So today I'm going to start the concept of synchronous serial communication. So first you have to understand what is the purpose of communication, which type of communications are available. Okay. So generally in a communication you have already studied analog communication. This semester you are studying digital communication. Okay. So for that purpose, if you need to transfer the data from one place to another place, you require the communication interface. So basically, there are two types of communication is available. That is, first is called parallel communication, and another is called serial communication. So where you will use parallel communication and where you will use serial communication. Okay. So in parallel communication, what will happen? The parallel communication is fast, but distance cannot be great. If you want to send a longer distance data, then you can't able to send the data. You can able to send, but the exact data will not going to reach at the receiver end. Let us consider this is the receiver and this is the transmitter. Okay, I want to send the data, Manish. I want to send the data, Manish. Okay, so with the parallel communication, what will happen? In a single clock cycles, this full data will be transmitted and reach to the receiver. But what will happen when in one clock cycle the M will reach, A will reach, Ni will reach, okay? Then it is not compulsory that these all birds are in same fashion. हम नहीं कह सकते कि M इसी जगह पर आएगा, हो सकता है M की जगह पर A पहुंच जाए और A की जगह पर M पहुंच जाए. You can't tell that. So this is a disadvantage. So that's why we are not going to send the data in a longer distance. Okay, and also this is a expensive. So next is serial communication. So the example is a printer. You know that when you give the command, print command, what will happen? It's already, if you detach the printer from computer, then also it is printed. Since whenever you give the command in one clock cycle, it will reach to the printer. Printer is having some memory. In that memory, he will store that. After that, when the printer will start, it will start printing. So this is the benefit. So now next is serial communication. Whatever we are talking about, telephone lines, mobile phones, whatever communications is established during a longer distance where serial communication will be used. जैसे फोन है, फोन से हम बात कर रहे हैं, अभी हम बात कर रहे हैं, तो सीरियल कम्युनिकेशन, जो हम बोल रहे हैं तुम्हें वही सुनाई दे रहा है. हो सकता है कभी ऐसा भी आए, अगर पैरेलल कम्युनिकेशन हम यूज करें तो हम जो भी बोल रहे हैं वो थोड़ी देर बाद आए और जो थोड़ी देर बाद वाला पहले आए. इट माइट बी पॉसिबल. ठीक है, क्योंकि उसमें पैरेलल कम्युनिकेशन में ग्रुप ऑफ डेटा शेयर होता है विद इन वन क्लॉक साइकिल. देन सीरियल कम्युनिकेशन इज यूजफुल फॉर अ लॉन्गर डिस्टेंस and it is also cheaper. So all are going to use the serial communication. So that's why we are going to study concept of synchronous serial communication. Now I am studying synchronous parallel communication. Okay. So now you can see in a serial transfer what will happen. In a serial transmitter, sender and receiver. If you want to send the data 0, 1, 0. Okay, then what will happen? This 0 will be sended first, 1 will be sended again, 0 will be sended again. So in same fashion, it will be reached at the receiver end. But in the case of parallel communication, let us consider from D0 to D7, any bit is there. We are trying to send okay, so this data if you are going to send, it is not necessary this will reach to the receiver with the same fashion. What is the reason? Since in one clock cycles, this all data transferred simultaneously. So it will transfer. It's not the meaning you can get the same data exactly whatever you are sending that. So you have to take care of that. Now we are going to talking about the serial communications. So what is the requirement of serial communication? Which things will be required? Now you can see. Let us consider from city A to city B. I am sending the data. If I am sending the data, then which type of components will require? So first sender is sending the data. Okay. If sender is sending the data, then PYS, parallel in serial shift registers. If I am sending the data, that data will be, if it is in parallel, then also it will convert into the serial fashion. So parallel से हम क्या करेंगे? Serial में convert करेंगे. And after that, DYA. जब भी हम serial में convert करेंगे, that data will be in a digital format. That digital format data is converted into analog format with the help of DYA converter. Digital to analog converter. Okay. Now you are getting analog signal in the environment. Now with the help of tower, one tower to another towers, you are sending the data, analog data, and this analog data again converting into digital. Why? Since I am sending here parallel data. So again you have to need to convert in a parallel. So what will happen? Again you convert to the, with the help of A to D converter, you can convert analog signal to digital signal. Again serial SYP, serial in parallel of shift registers. इससे हम क्या करेंगे? Serial जो data है उससे हम parallel में convert करेंगे और that data will be reached to the receiver. So these four components will be involved when you are going to transmit the data. Okay. So this is the shift register. What is the use of shift register? Shift register used for the data storage purposes. Okay. So there are so many: parallel in, serial out, serial in, serial out, serial in, parallel out, parallel in, parallel out. There are 4 types of different shift registers are available. So in this way, we are sending the data with a serial communication. Now next is methods of serial communication. What is the methods? So there are 2 types of serial communication, that is called synchronous and this is called asynchronous. So you have to study synchronous serial communication. So we will focus about the synchronous. Okay. Then in synchronous communications, what will happen? Transfer blocks of data at a time. In a one clock, you can send the block of data. But in asynchronous, transfer a single byte at a time. In one clock cycle, you can send a single byte information. So this is the difference between synchronous and asynchronous. In synchronous, you can send the data. In one clock cycle, you can send block of a data. But in asynchronous, you can send in one clock cycle, you can send a single byte data.
Single byte.
Yes. Certainly. So this is the difference actually between synchronous and asynchronous. So we are going to focus about synchronous. Okay. And now one more thing. There are some devices are available. Which device is used as a software part or as a hardware part? बहुत सा तुमने देखा होगा कि जैसे एडर है, तो एडर को भी हम सॉफ्टवेयर से हम डिजाइन कर सकते हैं, ठीक है, हार्डवेयर से भी डिजाइन कर सकते हैं. तो उसमें क्या होता है, ये दोनों में हम कौन सा चूज कर सकते हैं? ठीक है. एक्चुअली देखो, अगर हार्डवेयर तुम यूज करना चाहते हो तो उसमें क्या होगा, कॉस्ट इंक्रीज हो जाएगी. ठीक है. तो कुछ ऐसे हार्डवेयर जो डिवाइसेस हैं, दैट डिवाइसेस विल बी रिटेन इनटू द सॉफ्टवेयर मोड सो दैट द कॉस्ट विल बी लेस एंड एज आल्सो एग्जीक्यूशन विल बी फास्ट. अगर मान लो कि जितने भी हार्डवेयर नेटवर्क ज्यादा होगा, हार्डवेयर डिवाइसेस ज्यादा होगा, उतने ही टाइम वो लेगा, क्योंकि एक कंपोनेंट से दूसरे कंपोनेंट, दूसरे कंपोनेंट से तीसरे कंपोनेंट में जब जाएगा, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होगा डेटा का, तो वो डेटा टाइम टेकन होगा. लेकिन विद द हेल्प ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर करो, एक बार रन करोगे सारा काम हो जाएगा, ठीक है। So for synchronous communication, you can use a software to use the different types of methods, okay. But instead of software, hardware is also available. That hardware is called UART and USART.
सर जब
So
डाटा ट्रांसफर होगा तो उसमें लॉस भी होगा?
डेटा ट्रांसफर को उसमें लॉस नहीं होगा, बिल्कुल नहीं। उसी लॉस को तो बचाना है हमें। अगर डाटा लॉस हो जाएगा तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी ना। जैसे मान लो कि हम अभी बोल रहे हैं यहाँ से, और जो हम बोल रहे हैं वो बातें आप तक नहीं पहुंच पा रही है पूरी, तो इट्स नॉट अ करेक्ट मेथड, ओके। सो डाटा लॉस नहीं होगा कहीं भी नहीं इस मेथड में। So the hardware is called UART and USRT. One is used for the asynchronous, that is called universal asynchronous receiver transmitter, and another is called universal synchronous asynchronous receiver transmitter. So this USRT includes both asynchronous also and synchronous also. Means you can send the data through synchronous communication or asynchronous serial communication. No problem in that. Okay. But I am focusing about the 8051. Since the first unit consisting the advanced topics of 8051. So this 8051 chip has a UART device, universal asynchronous receiver and transmitter, okay, which is inbuilt on the same 8051 ICs. There is no need to attach another hardware, okay. So now one more thing, another category is also for communication, that is called duplex and simplex communication. So you can understand what is the difference between duplex and simplex, okay. So now you can see in a simplex transmitter the data only transmit, you will not receive that. It means one PC is transmitting the, let us consider one PC is there and one printer is there. PC is always transferring the data to printer, but you never seen that printer will transfer data to the PC. ऐसा कभी नहीं होता, ठीक है। तो पीसी से हम सिर्फ ट्रांसमिट कर सकते हैं प्रिंटर को, प्रिंटर से वापस हम पीसी को नहीं दे सकते, तो रिसीव नहीं करेगा। दैट इज कॉल्ड ए सिंपल ट्रांसमिशन, सिंपलेक्स ट्रांसमिशन। सो ओनली ट्रांसमिशन पार्ट इज अवेलेबल। नाउ यू कैन गो विद द डुप्लेक्स। डुप्लेक्स यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड बाय बोथ आर देयर, you can either transmit or you can either receive. So that's why this is arrow from both. Let us consider two PC are connected to each other. कभी ऐसा तुमने देखा होगा कि दो PC हम कनेक्ट करते हैं?
Both can
Yeah, both can be transmit the data and both can be receive the data. No problem in that. Okay, now you can see in the duplex communication there are two types. That is called full duplex and half duplex. So what is the meaning of that? So first you understand half duplex. So in half duplex, data is transmitted one way at a time. It means in a duplex you can send the data or you can receive the data. Both will be available. Now you can see in the half duplex what will happen. Let us consider this is one PC and this is another PC. PC1 and PC2. Both are in PC1 transmitter and receiver part available, but in PC2 receiver and transmitter part available. Now you can see that only communication line is a single line will be there. In single line, then what will happen? At a time कोई एक ही काम करेगा. Understand? अगर मान लो PC1 transmit कर रहा है data, that will be go like this and it will receive that PC2. At the same time, PC2 will not do anything.
Yes,
okay, but in the case of full duplex, what will happen? Data is transmitted both way at the same time. मतलब क्या है? PC1 भी ट्रांसमिट कर सकता है और PC2 भी ट्रांसमिट कर सकता है, क्योंकि चैनल्स अलग-अलग हैं. Yes, you can transmit also, you can receive also, no problem, in simultaneously. तो इसमें क्या फायदा है? इसमें फायदा ये है कि वन क्लॉक साइकिल्स में, मतलब वन क्लॉक साइकिल्स में हम PC1 से भी डेटा ट्रांसमिट कर सकते हैं और PC2 से भी कर सकते हैं. तो दैट एग्जीक्यूशन विल बी फास्ट, क्योंकि एक क्लॉक साइकिल में दो काम हो गया मेरा. ठीक है. Okay, so this is the part of a communications, basic communications. How can you transmit the data? Now you have to understand for transferring the data, you need a protocol. Okay, so you need a protocol. That protocol is called SPI and I2C communication protocol. There are so many protocols are available. Let's see, UART is also a protocol, USRT is also a protocol, SPI is also protocol, I2C is also protocol. So this is a protocol. So what is the meaning of protocol? Tell me, Ken, if you know something. What is the meaning of protocol?
सर कोई रूल एंड रेगुलेशन के हिसाब से.
Yes. So protocols means you are defining some rules. अगर मान लो कि हम डेटा ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं एक डिवाइस से दूसरे डिवाइस से, तो कुछ ना कुछ तो रूल्स होगा, उसके अकॉर्डिंग वो डेटा ट्रांसफर होगा. ऐसा नहीं कि मैंने कर दिया वो जा रहा है डेटा. इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल एट ऑल. ओके.
यस सर.